When the full-scale invasion happened in Ukraine, I wrote a message to global Rotaract WhatsApp groups asking for help. Despite living on the other side of the world, Aman, a Rotaractor from India, was the first to write to me. His suggestions and experience from previous projects inspired my team to organize ourselves online, ultimately leading to thousands of people finding housing. 2 years later, I met Aman in his home in New Delhi, India. This video is a highlight of two friends meeting each other for the first time, showcasing the power of Rotary Network. Enjoy! At the moment when you wrote me like 2 years ago, because when you wrote something like, let's create groups exactly like it was in Lebanon.
Yes.
Did you also
Yes,
when that happened in Lebanon, you was also involved?
Yes, I was also involved. I created those groups initially.
Okay, really?
Yes. Now, the second option, the second time I had this chance was with you.
So how? And before Lebanon, did you have also something?
No. That was the first experience. But it was perfect, so that's why it went really well. So I thought, why not, replicate a similar thing here?
Okay, how did you have this idea, like even like at that moment? How did you have idea to create so many what's
So I was quite active at that point of time. I mean, I was at my peak in international services because I had been doing international services for the past 6 years back then. So I thought maybe, let's do something globally instead of just restricting itself to, the country or maybe say a state. I wanted to go global and I really wanted to create an impact. I guess I did with Lebanon. They were quite, it was helpful and they were able to, do a lot of things. We even arranged for a lot of financial aid from India, specifically for Lebanon. Then other things, in similar way, I wanted to replicate for UK.
Wow. So basically, you had two like big moments, like two big
Two
disasters.
big disasters. Yes. So my grandfather was in Rotary. My father was he was a Rotarian earlier. He is not no more a Rotarian, but I mean I joined Rotaract, and then now I'll be joining Rotary.
How often do you travel to other countries for like to meet Rotaractors, or how often they arrive to you?
Uh, I would say people have arrived to me more than I have traveled to other countries to meet them as of now. But yes, in the future, I plan to travel a lot and meet a lot of people, specifically in various regions. I would say I have good friends in Europe now, a lot of good friends there. So I really want to be a part of maybe say one day Eric, if that's for that matter.
But
So
isn't it like in Eric are mostly people who are in Europe?
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm planning to move, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm planning to move, and maybe mostly it'll be Europe.
Which
So,
country?
specifically, I'd say France.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you speak French?
No, I don't, but I'm learning now.
Okay.
I just started learning. I initially learned it when I was in school, but I didn't have anybody to speak to. So then I forgot everything. I mean, it was at that tender age, you don't get to retain when you cannot, practice it. So that's what happened with me. I even had a lot of accolades from various, like Alliance Francaise and other places. I even sang a French song back then because I was like, I represented my school at various places, even in the embassy and other functions. I was there. But the point is, right after that, when we lost touch, uh, I I could not speak French afterwards, and then I forgot. I started to forget it.
Do you know a lot of Ukrainians?
Not many. I mean, very few people. Like I know you. I know there was the current DRR, I guess. Daria.
Daria.
Yeah. She was there. So only people who were there specifically in the core team, right? Because we had contact with them only mostly. So that's how I know.
So
Ukrainian.
before the full-scale invasion Ukraine happened, you didn't really
No.
have any contact to Ukrainians?
With to Ukrainians.
Wow.
That's the first time I contacted any Ukrainian. It's
nice to get friends, new friends, but probably it's a bad reason for that. Like, if some Ukrainians arrived already to India, or you didn't have here any?
I didn't get in contact with anybody. Like I don't know if anybody came to India. They might have, of course, but I mean, they might have not posted it on the group or like on Couch or somewhere. They might have not contacted me somehow. So that's why I couldn't connect with them, and maybe. So you're the first one I met from Ukraine.
So at the moment when, like at that time, we created these multiple groups, and these groups started to work and people started to be involved. I remember that there were a lot of WhatsApp groups that were totally full, and we had to
Yes, we had to
create
create
new
new. Yes,
because too many people
too many
wanted
people
to
wanted to
join.
join.
How many retractors in India are?
Oh, I don't remember the number, but there are a lot. I mean, I know a club which has around, say, 1,500, 1,500 retractors
Okay.
in one club.
Okay.
In one club.
So, do you think that more people need to become retractors?
Absolutely. I mean, Protract and Rotary, they are always helping people, and why not? The more the merrier, I would say. So as many people can join, they should. Okay, if I would be a person like who you would meet me, like you would meet me the first time, and I would say like I really want to make any changes in the world, but I don't know how. Okay. And then what would you tell me? Like try to tell me why I should join the Rotaract. Okay, so here I would firstly I would say that Rotaract is like you must have known Rotary, you must have known Paul Harris. I would try to tell you about Paul Harris and other people, how they started it, how what it was initially, what it has become now, what global impact Rotaract and Rotary have created. Say about polio, so they have ended polio at multiple places, and polio was one big project which Rotary and Rotaract did at a grand level. So they have eradicated polio from many countries now, and then I would try to tell you about what we have done as Rotractors, what projects we have done here, what changes we have brought in, and what impact we have created. Like we've done some animal shelter for that matter. I would take you to that place. I would show you that this is what we've created, and I would try to take you to some other projects. Say we have planted, say 10,000 trees all across Delhi. I would try to take you to multiple places and show you that these trees are planted and maintained by Rotary and Rotaract. And
Nice.
I mean, of course, we try to. And then other projects, like all projects which I have done mostly, I would try to show you them. I think it's now that each country has different idea how to show why Rotaract is important, because in Europe, and in Ukraine, at least before the full-scale invasion happened, we would say like first, you can just become a stronger leader than you are right now. Absolutely. Secondly, you will find a lot of friends and you can travel the world. Yeah. Third, you can just make social impact and like change the world. Absolutely. In the way that you want. And probably one of the most important, you have millions of parties everywhere. Yes. Yes. So you can just party and have fun everywhere. Absolutely. So like, it's really interesting that like each country has other points to name that works in their exactly region. I'm really happy that we decided to meet in person because the first our contact was online, and at that moment we were like total strangers. Sure. So it's really lovely to meet you. And maybe you have anything to share that is really from your heart that could inspire us. Yes, of course. I mean, our first contact was as strangers, but yeah, we all were from the same family, the Rotary family, and I mean, we are all together in everything, or through all ups and downs we have come across. And I would say, at that point of time, you were at your lowest phase in the country, in your country, and you really wanted to, get some help from everywhere possible, all across the globe. And I happened to have joined that group, and because of that, I would say I was lucky enough and to see that message at that point of time at late hours, and because I know Rotaract and Rotary have been an integral part of my life all along, and I really want to create an impact wherever possible, wherever and whenever possible. I would say because of that, I texted you back. I said, let's do something about it, and let's change it, and let's create a good project out of it, and try to try to create some real world impact and do more about it. So I mean, I really pushed through because of that and because of your help. Absolutely, because you were the person who was the sole point of contact for us in Ukraine. That whole thing could happen, and because of your, even in the bad times, you were always there. You were always online. You would come and tell about the status and everything. I would say for anybody who is looking forward to Rotaract and Rotary, this is one place where we could see that a real world impact was created and a lot of people were saved, a lot of lives were saved. And that's all about Rotary and Rotaract. I mean, that's the best part of it. What else can be done?
Yeah, I think that moment when we created the group,
yes,
that like small step really
yes,
helped
yes,
other
and
people to create more
yes,
projects.
and it has been a paradigm shift post that. I mean, people would love to look. I would really be honored to show these people, anybody who is looking forward to Rotaract and Rotary, what it does, maybe to show them what actually we could do and we could create out of one message, and then after that creating the whole project. And so
Thank you. Thank you for everything that you done.